We're going to, so we will be revising the different sort of sentences that we did in the previous class, along with the difference between phrases, clauses, and tenses. So quickly, I'm going to show you that we're all familiar with tenses. Now, can you tell me that tenses is applicable on which part of speech? It is applicable to which part of speech? Adjective, noun, pronoun, verbs. Come on, guys. Mm-hmm.
Verb.
Yes. So for verbs, okay. Now there are two types of tenses. There are two types of verbs. One is the regular verb, and the other one is irregular verb. Do you know the difference between them? Anyone here?
No, ma'am.
Hmm. Shivansh, how about you? Do you know the difference between regular, irregular verb? I'm sure you guys know. Hi, Samira. Once I'm going to brief you, you will be like, oh, ये तो मुझे पता था. Maybe you don't know the term regular, irregular. Okay? So suppose I have a verb walk, and I have another verb that is say break. Are these two verbs, children? Shivansh, eyes on the
Yes,
screen.
ma'am.
Shivansh, 30 minutes. Only think about the class, okay? Yeah. These two are verbs. I have put walk under regular verbs and break under irregular verbs. Okay? Now, if I want you to change the tense of it, I'll ask Shivansh, change walk to past tense. What will it become?
ब्रेकअप मुझे पता है ये तो
पता है ना? Mute, 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 mute. Shivansh, what will it become?
मैम walked.
Walked. And what will be the spelling?
WALKED.
So this is walked. Now, Anahita, can you give me the past tense of break?
Broke.
Okay, past tense of break is, I'm writing something else here. Okay, A and B. We know that A is wrong. There's no word as breaked. But here is the clue that I'm giving you, Natik. When the spelling remains as it is, this is the base verb. Walk is the original verb, right? We all know the difference between base verb and the derived verb or a word. When it is the word that you are aware of, and when you start adding prefixes or suffixes, you get a derived verb. है ना? New word we get. But if we're talking about the fresh word, it is the base verb or a word. So when the spelling remains as it is, see, walk is as it is, and we have just added a suffix. So then such kinds of verbs are known as regular verbs. Coming to irregular verb, when the entire spelling changes, like break has become broke, these are irregular verbs. Give me a thumbs up. Yahan tak you know the concept? Okay. Now I'm going to start with the rule of forms of verb. Okay, forms of verb. Present, past, future, past participle. Now, what is past participle? When we participle, okay? When we talk about changing the tenses of the verb, and I'm just focusing on present tense, we have 4 different kinds of tenses. Can someone tell me about it? Simple present tense. Yes, Anvika.
Mom, simple present tense. Simple past tense.
Only present tense ka different types.
अच्छा sorry. Mom, simple present tense, continuous present tense.
Present continuous.
हाँ, present continuous. Perfect. Perfect.
Present perfect. And the last one?
Mom, I don't know more than that.
Shivansh knows the last one. Think. Ayantika, think. Simple present tense, present continuous, present perfect, and then
Present perfect continuous.
Yes, present perfect continuous. Present perfect continuous. Okay. So we all know simple present tense is I walk. Present continuous is I am walking. Okay, when perfect comes, it has the presence of has, have or had in it. ठीक है, perfect है ना अगर, if it is a present or a past or a future perfect, they will definitely have a keyword of has, either has or have or had, depending upon the pronoun or noun that they will use. And present perfect is going to have as well as ing form. ठीक है? So now, whenever we will be using these present perfect and present perfect continuous, there will be the concept of participle, but not in the present form, past form or future form. There would not be any rules that I want you to focus on. I want you to do holistic learning, which means that when you're reading your storybooks, pay emphasis to such words, okay, in future. Chalo. Let's do the first part. Can you see my screen? Yeah. So this is the chapter called irregular verbs. I have briefed you irregular verbs kya hota hai. Hi Kian. Irregular verbs are those verbs where the spelling changes entirely. It's a new word form. Okay. So when all the three parts are identical, come down to the bottom of the page. The base word is bid. Bid past tense में भी bid बोलते हैं and past participle में भी bid we say. I cut my hand. ठीक है? I cutted my hand yesterday. Do you think cutted is a correct word? No.
Mom,
So
cut will remain cut only.
yes. So there are a lot of verbs which don't change their forms. We will be going through few of them today. In the present form, we say bid, which means I bid you farewell. Past tense is bid and past participle, you know, have. When we include have, कोई भी verb के पहले. Broadcast, broadcast, broadcast. Broadcasted नहीं होता है. You know what broadcast means? जब TV में कुछ live broadcast हो रहा है, anything is getting featured on the TV or, you know, radio broadcast. Okay. Burst, bursted, bursted, never. It's burst, burst, burst. The firecracker burst. Even in the past tense, you're going to use it in the same way. Cut, 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 hit, 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 hurt, hurt, hurt. Next. Here. Knit, knitted, knitted. So knit can either be used as a past tense with ed or it can be used just as it is. Can you see my screen properly? Yeah. Let, put, read, read, read. That's how we say, right? But the spelling is same. Set, shut, shut, shut. Do you say I shutted my door yesterday? Yeah, mama, I shutted my door half an hour ago. Kabhi bhi nahi bolte na. So these are such words which will not change their form. Spread. Now, the disease was spread. I think I have heard spreaded. Have you heard spreaded? It was spreaded during or it was spread. Tell me.
Ma'am, spreaded is not correct, but in speaking we use spreaded, but it's not correct.
So it means that we are using wrong grammar. Hai ki nahi?
So like I spread a
Yes,
jam.
ma'am. Spread remains spread only, but we
Yeah,
say
I spread
spreaded.
jam. So now we know that we will not say spreaded. But again, another question that I want to ask you, this is the past form that we are actually focusing on. Can I say spreading is a correct word? Give me a thumbs up. है ना?
Yes, ma'am. Spreading
Cutting
is
is the correct word. Cutting भी तो होता है ing, right?
हाँ, cutting होता है.
Cutting होता है, उसको तो हम present में ही assume करते हैं. Now the next part is when two parts are identical. Two parts identical का मतलब होता है कि past tense में और present tense में we are using it as it is, But when it is past participle का मतलब अगर have है उस verb के पहले, if there is have या has, then the spelling will change. Now see, now the same thing if I use for the previous word. I have cutted the apple. Correct है क्या? I have cut
ma'am.
the apple. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so it was the previous section. Now in this section, I'll be giving you a sentence and then you will do it with me. Beat, beat, beaten. Okay. Now, how are you going to use it in a sentence? Beat can be either slapping or beat can be defeating also. ठीक है? Yes, Samaira, बताओ, try करो.
Ma'am, can I try after her?
Yeah, after Samaira.
I had beat Shelly in the race.
I have. Now you have used I have beat, right? Now वो participle हो गया. I
Ma'am.
have beaten.
Mom, I was saying I had beat.
Now I had beat भी correct नहीं है ना Samaira, because had आ गया. So this is going to go in participle form. So what is going to be the correct sentence here, Samaira? Can you try?
I had beaten Shelly.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes. And now if we talk in future, I will beat Shelly in the race tomorrow. Yeah. Or I beat Shelly yesterday. ये भी तो correct है ना, because past tense में spelling change नहीं हो रहा है. I hope other kids are following. Yes, and they're not sleeping. Is someone sleeping? Everyone knows that my question is only applicable to one child here who often sleeps in my class. Who is it? Okay, no one knows that. Chalo, great. It means everyone is active. Now, last. I will bring an ice cream today for dinner. ठीक है? I brang my ice cream today. Is brang any word? Is a
I
word?
brought ice cream.
Ma'am, I brought.
Yes. I know. I'm just telling you that these are the mistakes. These are the errors that you may come across. There's no word as brang. ठीक है? So I brought, I will bring, I brought ice cream yesterday. And if I say I have, what would be the verb form? Come on, tell me. I have brought in or I have brought.
Ma'am, I have
brought. I have
Yes.
brought.
Yes, correct. Now let's
Have.
talk about the word dream. I want you to make a sentence which has have in it, and I want you to make a sentence in past tense. So make 3 sentences. Present tense में, everyone type it in the chat box. Present tense, past tense, and past perfect tense, which will have your past participle in it.
Ma'am, with which word?
Dream. Now see. Dream. Now, this is a verb. Okay. Mind it. Kian, be careful. This is my sentence, no copying. Yes, Shivansh, you write your sentences in the chat box.
Mom, that was my mistake.
Okay, Shivansh, पूरा एक साथ लिखना, okay? And then press enter key. Write all the 3 sentences together. One is present, one is past, and one is past perfect.
Ma'am, I was writing almost the same sentence in the chat box.
Then I'll tell you the error. Okay. So shall we start with the discussion? Okay. So first we will start with my sentences and then we will have a look at your sentences.
Ma'am,
Okay.
typing just a second.
Okay. So if you are unfinished, you can listen and parallelly work on your sentences, but at least try to listen. Stop doing everything for the next 2 minutes. Focus on the first sentence. I want Kian to read my first sentence.
I had a dream last night about unicorn.
Now, do you think dream is a verb here?
No,
Samaira, what is it?
no, ma'am. It is a noun.
Kian, आपने बोला?
Ma'am, it could be, ma'am, it could be because you're dreaming.
Yes, it's a noun. So whoever answered that, well done. I had a dream. Shivansh. Very good, Shivansh. Dream is a thing. We are talking about something. So I had a dream. Okay. When you have something, you have an object, you have a noun with you. So dream can be used as a verb or a noun. So this was an example of it. My second sentence. I generally dream about flunking my maths exam. Flunking का क्या मतलब होता है? Anyone here knows what does flunk mean?
Feeling.
Uh-huh.
Feeling.
Failing. Flunking means failing. Okay. Add this to your word list. The next time, if you're scared of any exam, say that I am scared that I will flunk my paper rather than saying fail. Okay. New word, flunk. Now here, I generally dream about here. Which tense is it? Anyone? Which tense is my second sentence? I generally dream about flunking my maths exam. How do we identify which tense it is? Firstly, we will underline the verb. There's one verb here and the other one is flunk. Dream is in which form, Samaira?
Present continuous.
This is present and flunking is present continuous. Since we are focusing on dream, which is our main verb, we will say that the tense is simple present tense. Okay. Next is Ayantika. I dreamt about Santa Claus last night, so I woke up happily or merrily. Firstly, I want you to edit this sentence. You know, my sentence is starting with a pronoun, and we often don't appreciate a sentence beginning with pronoun. How can you edit this sentence, Ayantika?
You can start it with your name, or you can start it like what time last night, like that.
So can we start with last night?
Yes.
So last night, comma, I dreamt about Santa Claus. So I woke up merrily. Or I woke up merrily as last night I dreamt about Santa Claus. Is it better?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now tell me which verb, which tense it is. Tell me which
Ma'am,
word.
past tense.
Past tense.
Ma'am, past tense.